Welcome everybody to another episode of the Providence Lucha Talk. I'm your boy Jay,
And the Susito.
and we're here to talk about everything and anything that has to do with wrestling. So, it's a week after
Crown Jewel.
Crown Jewels, and we do have a new champion. I hate to say it, but Logan Paul finesse his way of beating, Rey Mysterio for the U.S. title, and he is doing some unspeakable things with that belt. Cause
Well, Shawn Michaels did it. That's kind of everybody's thing. Mandy Rose did it with the NXT Championship.
but Mandy
Like
had two
Riddle,
belts. Mandy had two
Riddle did it
belts.
with the. I think he did it with the tag team too.
Did he?
Yeah.
I mean, Sammy also did his thing with the TNT belt, but yeah, Logan took it to the next level, showering it with it, sleeping with it next to his fiance.
Yeah.
Even though I think that was just staged, to be
Yeah.
honest. That was
They know what they're
the
doing.
lighting and everything was just too unrealistic.
Yeah.
It was just too well composed to be like, yeah, that's not
Yeah.
that's an everyday thing. Nah, they had professional, but Logan Paul is the new U.S. title, which means your theory of a face beating Logan Paul for the U.S. title could be in the process.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, can you recap or can you give your prediction of who may be the person to take the belt from Logan Paul?
So the people that I think that are kind of in the running, you probably could have another rematch with Rey Mysterio, fine. Santos Escobar potentially. So you could have they could do the old school '90s like all American guy versus the foreign, the Mexican wrestler. So you could do a program like that. Ricochet, he's kind of hit or miss. I know he had a concussion the last. I think he was qualifying for the IC title, so he might be out for a little bit. But you got Ricochet. They still have beef with each other because of the announcer.
Samantha.
You could also have. We'll get to it soon, but I know Alien Knight was unsuccessful in Crown Jewel, so he potentially could
No, you
maybe
can
go.
talk about it.
You know what I'm saying? He could potentially go for the U.S. title, and that he'll be a good stable champion for that. Um, even Chad Gable. I know he's in the he's in Raw, but even Chad Gable if he wanted, because you have the Creed brothers coming across from NXT, so potentially you could see the Alpha Academy moving or something. Who knows? That's kind of too much.
Well, they're in Raw.
Correct.
So I don't think I could see Alpha Academy
Yeah.
and the Diamond Mine just joining force. I mean,
Something like. But I wouldn't
already.
mind, because I don't think Chad Gable hasn't even captured a singles title, even IC, US, or any they won the tag team, but I don't think he's won. He's won as NXT. I don't think he's won on the main roster.
I feel like he was a US. I feel like he was.
I don't think so. I don't think he's got any.
So have you watched Crown Jewel? I missed it.
I saw the highlights. I didn't watch the whole thing. I know, the McIntyre Seth Rollins was good. I was expecting McIntyre to win just because Seth Rollins injuries and stuff, but he was unsuccessful. You had, I think, the Rey Mysterio one. Logan did a good job working with the Rey Mysterio, and also he's a veteran, so he what he was doing. And he was
just tag teams. Yep.
yeah. Then the reason I don't know if I don't know if you know or not, but the reason Gunther hasn't been in any foreign pay-per-views because his visa.
His visa.
That's kind of unfortunate. He's kind of missing out on some money, but
they did a tour in Europe, so I was just surprised that he was not able
to at least go back home or whatever.
But luckily they had Finn Balor with the belt, so it kind of
But overall, it was good. I like that they were able to get this kind of. I like that. I think they only had 7 matches, so you kind of got heavy hitter matches, and you had a couple of matches that kind of took a little longer, which was the Fatal 5-Way, which Rhea Ripley defeated Shayna Baszler, and it's kind of good for Rhea Ripley because she kind of became kind of went through that kind of the top tier people under her division, wipe everybody out. So let's see who's I think Zoe Stark is facing her at
today will be
Survivor Series.
Today is October 9th.
November 9th.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Today is November 9th, so it will be 222 days she has
Yeah.
been the
So,
world, women world
mm,
champion, which
so
kudos for her.
yeah.
That's a good accolade for her
But
resume.
I think that one was probably one of kind of the highlights. Her being able to defeat everybody all the way through. Alien Knight, it was okay. The crowd wanted it, but I feel like they kind of WWE gave us Alien Knight against Roman just because that's kind of like what people wanted. I don't think it was his time yet. So I feel like I, I feel like WWE was listening to us. Yes, we want LA Knight. Okay, we're gonna give you LA Knight, but he ain't gonna win.
And it's good too because there's no more alumni or legends that would have been available to
Correct.
do a show. Or maybe the Prince had like a list of
Mhm.
matches he probably had in, and it
Yeah.
was like they're not
He
available.
ended up getting John Cena though, so John Cena against Solo. So
Which a
could
fair clean
potentially,
too.
yeah. So it
Is
could
a
be
clean.
potentially maybe his last match, maybe overseas or at all. Who knows? But I know he posted some stuff on Instagram about I know Beckham's last football game, and same thing Babe Ruth's last game as a Yankee. So I don't know if he's giving hinting that that's like the end. It's coming retirement possibly for John Cena.
Well, well, for those who don't know, earlier this week, or was it today? But they announced that the strike is over. The
Hmm.
writer's strike is over. Is a 3-year contract that they'll be get. Everybody's gonna get like money
Yeah.
after production is made, and they'll get like royalty and
Hmm.
stuff. So they'll be good for the next 3 years. So yes, a lot of people like John Cena, Dwayne The Rock Johnson. We could probably see Seth Rollins, Becky Lynch, Liv Morgan, a lot of individuals who are
Yeah.
making moves towards Hollywood. Even Roman Reigns,
Yeah.
like we could see them making moves
Yeah.
to be in the films and stuff and record movies. So,
Yeah. Yeah,
yeah,
so I think adding to that, I think
Hinton.
there might be some possible changes to kind of plan B or C for WrestleMania, because maybe The Rock may not be able because of movie,
It's XFL for him. That's the
but
big one for him. He got to figure out
yeah,
how to, even though XFL and what's the other one called USFL,
they're
they
merging.
they're merging.
Hmm.
Still you got to figure out how to get more
Yeah,
eyes to the
true.
product. So that's I think it's going to be his biggest worry, and also I think the Fast and the Furious 10 is a
Yeah,
3-parter for the to finish it all to
yeah,
complete
and I
it.
think there's been talks of him maybe potentially be a candidate for presidency. I know there's people kind of they ask him, yeah,
They ask him to be president, but he should have started like this year
yeah. I feel like
if
not
he was
yet.
serious about
Yeah, I feel like
it.
not this cycle. Maybe in the future. Who knows?
Well, for 2028,
Possibly. Because I know people like him that he's known, but
Kanye, Dwayne the Rock Johnson, who else is going to be there? Man, throw in Arnold Schwarzenegger. At least
he
he was.
can't because he's foreign.
I know, but
Uh,
I'm just saying.
if like if I can be, he can't be.
What do you mean? Why?
If you're born Puerto Rico, you can be president.
That's U.S. territory.
Yeah, it's
U.S.
not. You
territory.
have to born U.S. soil, like either U.S. or like it's not a state.
So what's territory means?
It's a territory. It's owned by them. It's not. Yeah.
I have seen a lot of crazy movies
No.
where they bring people from other country, U.S. territory, to the stage so they could be
Yeah.
president of in the movie.
Yeah.
So
No.
I feel like your
Yeah.
ass could be president if you
Nah.
wanted to,
No.
but
But yeah, no. So that's another thing. So a lot of things might change possibly for WrestleMania. So they might do
it,
part two of Cody or maybe the guy that you don't like. Maybe he might get signed and maybe help out for ratings for CM Punk. Who
well,
knows?
was okay. So with CM Punk right now, there's rumors
Hmm.
that he could still be with AEW, being the devil,
I think I was listening to
because
other people's things. I know the people threw
that.
in the mix. It could be Jungle Boy,
But
Adam Cole, or yeah, but he
well,
could be another
since
one.
we're
Yeah,
talking about
yep.
CM
CM
Punk,
Punk
right,
could be another. Yeah,
so right now they're saying that he could be the devil, and there's other rumors saying that he could show up on WWE Survivor Series because
hmm,
it's going to be in Chicago, and there's another rumor that he might be going to Impact. All I know until I see him
hmm,
in a ring, I don't care what brand, even though I prefer him to retire, but as soon as I see him in a
yeah,
ring, that would be like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
But if I was a betting man, I don't know what's gonna happen because one, he's a liability, and two, it's like we don't know what type of CM Punk what we're gonna get. If he goes to WWE, how much is it gonna influence the locker room? What type of matches is gonna build up around him? If it's AEW, was it all just publicity, just so people could be talking about him and about the product since Collision picked up Ric Flair. They brought Paul Wright, which used to be Big Show. They're bringing the Young Bucks,
Yeah,
Kenny. They
Edge or
do
Adam Copeland.
Adam Cole, Swerve,
Yeah.
Ricky Starks, and
Even the Singh
Big
brothers.
Will are the tag team
Yeah.
champion, which they're doing their job in Collision, which is kind of cool
Yeah.
because it's kind of like, oh, you're
Yeah.
gonna see a tag team match
Yeah, I think the
around.
people that just signed for AEW was the Singh, the two Indian Bollywood, the Singh guys. This will
Mm.
be with Jinder
Uh,
Mahal.
oh,
Yeah, so they just got signed as a part of
so
the tag team division.
so that's the thing. Is like
Mm.
we don't know if that was just
Yeah.
all publicity, but if you go to Impact, then it would be more of a clean slate. And then once again, what type of CM Punk they're gonna get? Is he gonna go by CM Punk? Is he go by his government name? Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
A lot of factors. A lot of factors. So honestly, with CM Punk, if he show up to WWE, so be it. I mean, I have not been watching the product.
Yeah.
I've been going to the live event. I am planning on going to the WWE SmackDown, like we talked about, in NXT Battleground because it's going to be in the New England area.
Yeah.
So kudos for me. But watching it and trying to
Yeah.
digest it, yeah, I don't got cable, guys, so it's hard for me to be able
Yeah,
to
you're not
catch up.
missing much. I watch it on the regular. I used to have it recorded, and I also watch the highlights. They're just trying to say especially right after the pay per view, they're trying to kind of build new stories for AEW. They're doing their thing, but I feel like I give kudos to MJF because he's holding AEW up, because he's
Yeah,
handling
we gave him
basically.
his flowers
Yeah,
last week. Yeah,
he's handling basically the the main event and also the tag team division for Ring of Honor.
and
But
if anyone could do it, it's
yeah,
him. And let's go back to the devil. Like I said, there's rumor that it's CM Punk. You just referenced that it could be Jungle Boy, which he did make that turn
yeah,
a while ago, so that could be it. I believe it could be either Adam Cole or Jay White. Those are like in my personal opinion, the two that
okay,
make sense for the storyline because they were close to MJF during the time that he was the devil himself. Him revealing that he's the devil. Adam Cole, story wise, is his current
yeah,
Ring of Honor tag team champion partner, and Jay White because he has his belt, which again, that to me doesn't have. I don't get that part.
yeah.
I really don't get that part, but it is what it is. So, yeah, bro. I'm hoping it's Adam Cole. Story wise,
Yeah.
I'm hoping it's Adam Cole.
But yeah, just to finish to round up the crown jewel thing, I will say the highlight for that I will give props to Kairi Sane. Is it Kairi Sane?
The
Yes, Kairi
return of
Sane.
Kairi Sane, yeah.
Return Kairi Sane. She did well, and I like that she kind of was the last person that interacted or had a last match with Kairi Sane was um, Bailey. So they could see something now that kind of like a divide between them. So Bailey was kind of like Kairi Sane's last match before she head over to New Japan.
So if let's say that Kairi, and Asuka form an alliance, who would replace Io in Damage Control?
You could do.
Me personally, I would like to see either a Chelsea Green if it's doable with Piper, or I would do maybe a Stark.
I will do the one that's I forgot her name. She is
Cat.
no, she's teamed up with Natalia. Um, I really forgot her name.
Ariana Grace, Natalia. You know, she was not part of the Fatal Five Way, right?
No, she was with Dakota before. She used to be them two used to be tag team together.
With Coda. Oh, Roxanne Perez.
No, before that.
With Coda.
With Dakota Kai before Raquel, she used to be her and they.
Zaya Ling.
Nope.
Zaya Lee.
No, let me.
I mean, it would be nice if it's like a Stark. Stark would be a nice add up. It could be Tegan
That's what it
Knox.
is. That's the one.
Tegan
Tegan Knox.
Knox.
Yeah.
Oh, you said
So
Dakota Kai. My
yeah,
bad.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
Tegan
Tegan.
Knox will be nice. Yeah. I could see
So
that
at least
working.
it's kind of balanced. Because I feel like if you throw Piper Niven and it's two more, or I know sometimes Dakota's kind of in and out because of injury and stuff. But I feel like that'd be too much of a.
But
You
you
also have
have
Asuka, yeah,
but you have strength, and
yeah,
then you also have a mouthpiece
yeah.
alongside with Bailey and charisma too from Chelsea to go along with Bailey
Yeah.
with Dakota. So it kind of worked. But yeah, Tegan Knox makes sense too. I mean, I'm surprised you didn't mention Shotzi because I haven't seen Shotzi.
She's in NXT.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
The last time I saw her in SmackDown was when she was in Boston, where she was tag team partner with Charlotte.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't mind it.
No.
Shotzi wants to join Bailey. I mean, the group is called Damage Control, and she's definitely a wild girl. So why not?
But I wouldn't mind Asuka basically kind of reuniting all three New Japan.
Yeah, and they also plan on getting the girl that faced Kairi Sane for her last match in New Japan.
Juliana or Julia?
Julia, with the G. Yeah, they're saying they're trying to scout her out. So if they add her to WWE and form that group, we could probably see the Women Horsemen 3.0 representing Japan. And then it'd be stupid, but like by stupid I mean like it'll be like wild if it does occur that Shinsuke and Tasawa also join that group. You know what I'm saying? Because when was the last time you seen like an Far Eastern group?
Yeah, only not really when like Yokozuna. You know what I'm saying? But he wasn't Japanese. He was Samoan. But
but
because you have Mr. Fuji, him, and you know what I'm saying? Like
Fuji, they were tag team, but like it's been a while. Like we seen the Samoan form, we see the African Americans, the black, a lot of white people. You know what I'm saying? We have seen the Latino LWO, but I don't think we ever seen like an all Far Eastern group from Japan or just Japan, because I don't think there's other Eastern people that's like Filipino or something like that.
But, and not in the main roster. There's a couple in NXT.
Okay, but in the main roster, I think the main are Japanese descent, so it'll be kind of cool. They could be like the Mighty Morphin Power Ranger type of vibe, not like throwing shade or whatever, but Power Ranger came from Japan, so it's like they could pull that stunt forward for the culture. But let's see what in Triple H I trust when it comes to creative. You got to be patient with it. One thing I do know of, and it's for War Games. We're getting a War Game in Chicago for in what 2 weeks?
Almost at the end of November.
So November 26th, my little sister's birthdays. November, we got a War Game, and so far we have Judgment Day group of Finn Balor.
No, 25th. Yeah.
25th or 26th?
25th.
Friday?
Yeah. That's what it says. It says.
No, the girls were born on the 25th, so yeah, that's a Saturday. Yeah, it's a Saturday. It's a Saturday. The 25th. Yep. Yeah. So it's a group of Damian Priest, Finn Balor, Dirty Dom, and JD McDonald versus Cody Rhodes. Main event: Jey Uso, Seth freaking Rollins, and also Cody Rhodes. Oh, it's Sami Zayn.
Yep, Sami Zayn. Yep.
So, but we all know in War Games, it's been traditional that's 5-on-5. So
they could do 4. I don't know if each of them need another person.
It's 5-on-5.
Who are you gonna have for Judgment Day?
Well, I was building up to that, but thank you for asking the question. There's possibility, and it seems that it's been in the works that Rhea might acquire Drew McIntyre to team up with Judgment Day.
Oof.
That's been in the work.
Okay.
Like on Monday nights, that's been like work.
Okay.
For Cody team, the big one for me is Kevin Owens. I think Kevin Owens is your safe bet.
Yeah, even though he's in the other brand, but it's okay.
How is he on the other side when Sami Zayn is on Raw?
You missed a lot. So they traded. So they got over there they went what was it when the new GM went over to basically Nick
Um,
Aldis went over to SmackDown.
what's his name again?
Nick
Alex.
Aldis.
Uh, Nick
So he
Aldis.
was like, "Oh, I got a new addition to SmackDown, and it's Kevin Owens." And I think they brought Jey Uso over from SmackDown to Raw.
No, that trade was way before that.
Yeah.
No, that trade was way before Nick Aldis because Jey Uso joined when Cody.
Correct, but it was uneven. So when Nick Aldis was like, "Oh, I have a new addition for SmackDown,"
Okay,
yeah,
so whack, whack,
yeah,
and whack. I was hoping it was
yeah,
Cody Rhodes, but that's not gonna happen. Um, there was speculation that it could be CM Punk. That's
okay,
why
yeah,
I was see to believe it.
yeah.
But damn,
Mm-hmm.
now I'm trying to figure out who's their other ally who's been helping. Because it's been Kevin Owens for sure.
Correct. So he could still come over if he got nothing going on over there, but
Damn.
yeah. So I think the 4-4, I think it works because it's like everybody got beef for everybody.
But it's
So
usually 5-on-5.
no, true, but I feel like it might be better, like for camera work and everything for people. It might be better because it's spread out a little bit more, so you can see 4-4 rather than everybody's gonna be clustered together.
I mean, you could put in a Braun. You could put a Bronson. Ideally, I would say LA Knight, but I don't think that's gonna happen. We're
And
not
then
gonna
that's
get a
also
champion
SmackDown.
versus
No.
champion,
So I think the stuff that they have, it's them four right now, 4-4.
and
They
then
have Gunther versus The Miz for the IC title.
which he won from the. And we're
Yep, and
also
that
getting
qualifier
a Zoe Starks
versus
versus
Rhea Ripley.
Rhea Ripley.
Yep.
So far, Raw has been putting their cards in
Yep.
place. SmackDown, I mean, like,
Because you could even throw in he don't need to go, be on this pay per view, but you could Logan Paul against anybody. Logan Paul against Ricochet, or Logan Paul against
no,
Santos Escobar.
I,
Some like at least have a
I'm
title match.
seeing the balance. That
Yeah.
I'm just thinking
And
of like
also the tag team.
balance.
There's no tag team division because they're part of the War Games for men.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but also the heavyweight belt. That's why I said there's no champion
Yeah.
versus champion because the heavyweight
Correct.
belt is Seth freaking Rollins.
Yeah.
I was trying to say is that for the SmackDown side, they have I think all the right pieces for the women version of War Games.
Yeah.
So we could probably see like Damage Control with Kairi Sane in one plus person versus a team of Bianca Belair. I could definitely see Charlotte Flair. They could bring Asuka into the mix if she's good. Liv Morgan, I heard Liv might be coming back to SmackDown shortly. Um, the other heavy hitters they're on Raw like Raquel and Piper. So this will be a great opportunity for Roxanne Perez to come up. This will be a good opportunity for Gigi, even though she got engaged. Gigi probably could do it. Becky is Raw. No,
Becky
but yeah,
is a
yeah,
free
she's
agent
Raw.
sort of like because she's been going to NXT and
Well, you could add Becky to the mix as well. So I could see SmackDown announcing their women version of War Games. My question is, do we put Roman Reigns in
I
a
think
match?
Roman Reigns will be out of pay per views until probably next year. I think the Crown Jewel was like one of his last ones for the main roster. I think.
That's whack. Thank God we have a heavyweight belt with Seth Rollins. What other match will come out of SmackDown? Because right now, Raw already have 3. I'm predicting 1 already, so I could see Logan being in Survivor Series to bring more eyes to
True.
the viewership. He could get his rematch. Rey Mysterio probably could get a rematch.
Yeah, you could
for
do that,
sure.
or even or Santos Escobar, somebody like of that. I'm looking through the roster. There's really nobody for SmackDown like for men that it's like besides the U.S. Championship. Everybody else is just like everybody had their match and their time and Crown Jewel. So everybody's either haven't been on a program or like for example like AJ Styles been out for a little bit. LWO they still kind of like working on things because you don't know if Carlito's gonna have a shot or something. You never know. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah, but if Roman is not going to be there, then there's not going to be like an LWO or Bloodline
Correct.
for this pay-per-view at all. We're not going to see like LWO versus the Hurt Business
Yeah.
2.0
Because that already happened.
it happened,
Yeah.
but they're not fully rostered either.
Mm-hmm.
Because like LWO have like a squad. They're pretty like locked in
Yeah.
men's side. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else, they will have to do like a Frankenstein team,
Yeah.
which is, I don't know. And then with Roman getting that special treatment, trying to be Bruno's numbers for a long reigning champion, it's just like, it's kind of punishing for creative side because we could be getting a lot of good story or new champions development um, within the company itself. So it kind of sucked that we're being punished.
Yeah, because I feel they could have a tag team tournament or something for the women's championship, or something, or a match. But besides that, everybody else who has a title, it's already in Gunther. Everybody who has a title itself has like is locked in already. So you're taking out the North American Championship out of the picture. You're taking the tag teams, men's tag team, and you're taking the World Heavyweight out.
I forgot Dom still have the North American belt.
Yeah. So like they're gonna be busy. Basically, the 3 titles out of the 5, the 5 or 6, whatever that there is, and Gunther's already in it. So the only people that are waiting is just Logan Paul and
the
women's tag team.
Well, I was gonna say women war game.
Yeah, and also the women's tag team that if they want to, they're available. Chelsea Green and Piper
You think
Niven.
Chelsea? You think? So here's my thing, right? So you have Chelsea Green as a champion.
Mm-hmm.
She probably defended the belt maybe what 3, 4 times.
Yeah.
But she doesn't get that much TV time. What do you think is going on creatively?
So she's
with
been on
her?
TV more like here and there. Like she hasn't had like spots, but she's been on TV throughout the weeks.
Because like on social media, I know her
Yeah.
presence is sent.
Yeah.
Like on Twitter and IG,
Yeah.
her presence is sent, and she's interacting with us in that way. But when it comes to like TV time, it's not like she's getting.
The issue is, I think it's the issue is that the women's tag team division, it's not set, or they have Franken teams. So do you basically now they're doing a lot of like single matches rather than like championship matches. So you have like Piper Niven against Natalia. Then you have Shotzi versus Desperate. Like it's not like they're not putting the teams together or like have a legit like this like 1, 2, 3 teams. All right, you go face each other. Now go against the champion. There's like the women's division for the tag divisions like scrambled.
But I feel like if that's the case, then like Carter and Katana would they're official.
Yeah, but they could probably like pin or find a way to pin Chelsea Green, but Piper Niven's gonna go through them. Like it's not like a real like.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? Like
yes, Piper is a heavy hitter, but it doesn't mean that she can't be pinned as well. You know what I'm saying?
True, but it's gonna take them long. Like I don't know. I think they're
because the way that they could lose the belt is either you have Piper not in the ring, focus on Chelsea. Chelsea betrayed or Piper betrayed one another, the betrayal, and they walk out, or they get helped by someone like a Nia Jax or a Raquel or Zoe Stark to knock them out, and then boom, you get the belts. Because like, it's kind of sad that they retired the NXT Women's Tag Team belt or merged it with the main roster one, but we're not like. Because a lot of the women's tag team are in NXT, not in the main roster. As I don't like calling them the main roster, but I'm just trying to separate like these two different worlds because you have the tag team here, but the tag team groups are there, but they can't go back there. Or they're not even working Tuesday night at all because I don't think Chelsea and Piper never went back. So it's like, what are we doing with that? You know what I'm saying? So I'm just a little bit.
Cause I don't think that hasn't been a priority for the women's. There's been segments and single matches of like but they haven't been tag team matches.
None.
and I feel like they're concerned about other things, which kind of makes sense. Which is good for Chelsea because she kind of gets a longer reign. Then not saying longer reign that she should, but like it's a longer reign without defending the title.
It's the Roman Reign treatment.
Yes, because but right now they
But I
have
don't think she's worthy of it,
correct.
personally. I,
But you have the women's division that you are trying to juggle people coming back to the main picture, and you try to put people in places, and you have limited amount of time. Because remember, Nia Jax came back, Raquel she came back, she had a feud and kind of like was injured and came back. Then you try to like Trish left, so now you kind of like dealing with the aftermath of like SummerSlam, basically from the summer until now. You're trying to like deal with the kind of like the aftermath of everything that's happened since the summer. So like Trish left, kind of left. So Zoe Stark gets her own. Then you have what's her name? Shayna Baszler defeating Ronda. Kind of just another that program is done now. You have two people that have nothing to do. You have Nia coming back, so now you're trying to like put things together. That it's like the women's division. It's like okay, the tag team. It's like kind of like a second fiddle because you also have to deal with the kind of the horsewoman. And think about it, you haven't even seen or Flair hasn't been around at all. So that's like another superstar that's like
I mean, like,
on the bench that you could use. And you know what I'm saying? So it's like
but she did what she had to do,
not true, but
which
it's
was
not.
to be like a wedge
Yeah,
between Bianca and Io,
correct,
because there was and Asuka, because there was
correct.
already.
But you think about it, you have somebody like her on the bench.
I lied. She was not a wedge. She was a replacement for Bianca Belair because
Mm-hmm.
Bianca got injured,
Yeah.
or I'm assuming she was injured for her and Montez to do their video stuff for the Love in WWE,
Yeah.
and Flair was
Yeah.
there to keep, the
Yeah.
belt
Mm-hmm.
rotation at flow. But now that Bianca is back, you don't need both
Yeah.
powerhouse in
Yeah.
WWE. Like Asuka. Asuka is not as much
Mm-hmm.
in SmackDown like she was before as well.
Correct.
Now that Bianca is back. So like I could see Asuka returning, like I said, maybe next week or so to be part of War Games, which I think that would be more useful for her. But um my what I'm trying to say is like it sucks that they are not really dedicating time for a division, a tag team division that should be recognized and be utilized at least for 5 to 10 minutes of our time, even if it's during
Yeah.
like the 9:15, 9:30 slot of the show. But Raw has 3 hours. You could definitely fit that into the program instead of having a longer segment and making it
True.
more, drag stuff
Mm-hmm.
out just to fulfill time. It's just, to me, that's
Yeah.
weak. That's weak. But let's transition over to Ring of Honor. Samoa Joe had his match with Keith Lee Wednesday night on Dynamite, which again, not Ring of Honor, but he is the Ring of Honor World Television Champion. Once he defeated Keith Lee, he made the announcement that he is vacating the belt. So now Ring of Honor does not have a World TV Champion. My question to you, you know, part of the last segment of our episode, was it the right move? And if so, who is taking that spot? Or Keith Lee should have been the next TV champion?
Um, it would have been nice if Keith Lee wasn't a champion. But if Samoa would have lost it, he wouldn't have a right to go to challenge MJF. I feel like he went through basically the entire roster of Ring of
He
Honor
did.
and got his case, and also he kind of like got a pass from. I made a deal with Adam Cole to be like, hey, can you cover for me for the tag team? I think Ring of Honor tag team championship, and and in order to do that, you could have a title match with MJF. He was like, all right, cool. But I feel like if Keith Lee would have won it, I feel like that wouldn't like make sense. Like, why would if you lost now you're trying to be a tag team and also get like being rewarded bad, um, I guess bad results. But him relinquishing it, I feel like opens up for other people. I like that Eddie Kingston right now he's the Ring of Honor. I don't know if he's still the strong side, but he's the Ring of Honor a champion.
No, he's still open champ.
Um,
He's still double
I
champ.
feel like a good person to be the TV champion. I wouldn't mind Claudio, either Briscoe.
Wait, time out.
Yes.
What?
Yeah.
What?
The TV champion, yes.
So,
Yes.
a man that you have said multiple
Correct.
times on this show series, he's boring. He's not that. He
Correct.
doesn't.
He's not your main guy. He's not your main champion. The TV champion is kind of like the mid card, intercontinental, or your workhorse championship. So he could do that, and people basically do like go through him.
Did he like rub you the right
No,
way
he
or
just
something?
no. He's very talented, but he can't talk. Correct.
He doesn't.
He's not. That's not
He doesn't have
promos.
He talks. He doesn't have charisma.
Yeah, his promos are not his strong suit.
There's no charisma, but he does talk.
Yes, but it's
in
promos,
5 different language.
But he still can't cut a promo.
Without the charisma,
You still can't cut a promo. Like
yeah, the charisma.
You could speak 5 languages, but can't cut a promo.
I mean, if he does it in other 5 languages, I think
that would have been fit. That would have been better. But
it would have swag like what they do with Shinsuke and Asuka. But go ahead.
But him being the TV champion, possibly being one of the candidates for the TV championship, it kind of put somebody that's stable, healthy, and kind of like could compete against anybody. I would prefer him to be a pure champion instead.
He is a very good technical wrestler, yes.
TV champion's not bad because he could be your weekly person, and he could have matches throughout, weekly. Samoa Joe, because his age and health and everything, he was competing, but it wasn't with that much frequency. So he wouldn't be too bad. Brandon Danielson would be good. Even Garcia would be good. So I will put somebody in the TV championship that you could see kind of like your workhorse person there. So I feel like those 3 will be a great thing. Keith Lee wouldn't be bad, but I feel like he will have to tone it down because he's not tone it down, but like it wouldn't be believable for anybody else to beat him. Certain few people could kind of like beat him, but it's like.
So yes, it's good that it's given new opportunity, but
correct.
By new opportunity, I'm thinking more of like a younger face, someone more like Wayne.
Okay, Nick Wayne.
Nick Wayne with Under Christian. That would be nice of the add-on to the group. I would definitely wouldn't mind like I'm trying to picture a younger face, a Hook, a Jungle Boy. Well, he doesn't. Jack Perry, excuse me. Yeah. He doesn't go by Jungle Boy. Jack Perry. Isaac with the Hardy Boys. Okay. I could see him being TV champ. With Hardy being his manager too, that could work out. I'm thinking about younger talent, like people under 25 who work for Ring of Honor / WWE that could definitely just give a chance, an opportunity. I'm on the side that Keith Lee should have won the belt because it's been a while.
Yeah.
And Keith Lee has done a lot of gimmick for AEW, like since he lost the tag team belt, the AEW tag team belt with Swerve. So it was like, I feel like if anything, Keith Lee should have been rewarded with Ring of Honor belt because he can talk, he does have charisma, he does wrestle, he showed he wrestled. So it's like, why aren't we rewarding Keith Lee for at least his loyalty in accepting whatever they throw at him, even if it's L's after L after L, that's a working horse for me. So I'm just sad that Keith Lee was not rewarded that night, but I am glad that there's going to be new opportunity. Also, let's say that the Ring of Honor belt gets in the hand of a person like a Darby, John Moxley, or someone who has like bad blood with Samoa Joe. We could see Samoa Joe easily come back and be like, I never lost the belt.
Yeah.
So.
I wouldn't mind somebody like Briscoe because I feel like him being somebody like him would have been even Jay Lethal.
A legend for
same thing.
Ring of Honor, yeah.
Even Jay Lethal wouldn't be too bad.
But
I would say at least
because I like how you in your mindset you're thinking more of mature and
like experienced
people, but I'm thinking more of like new opportunity, younger guys to be able to like. And
but
either way, it's not bad.
But I feel like if they put whomever they put there, I feel like there should be somebody that could hold their own, compete, win, lose, or draw, whatever. And I feel like they could hold the title. Like, they could be on a weekly basis rather than, like, due to injury or age or whatever.
And those individuals are Darby, Swerve, Nick Wayne with Christian and
Mm-hmm.
Luchasaurus, Isaac with the Hardy Boys, and supported him. Like especially with Christian Cage 2 in the mix, then Nick Wayne could be also like a long reigning
Yeah.
champ because Christian is going to do
Yeah.
everything in his power to make sure that
Mm-hmm.
Wayne's win, even if it's a dirty play, which it's not bad for
Yeah.
TV. So those to me are the most young working horse after the most
Yeah.
stable, like the Jay Lethal and the Briscoe, because I haven't seen Briscoe in a while.
He faced this week. He faced Jay White for the opportunity for the not Ring of Honor, for the AW World Heavyweight Championship.
Nice.
It's kind of like number one contender-ish,
Whatever that
I
means.
will say Samoa Joe. That's gonna be a good match, and I feel like that's a good person for MJF, kind of like to finish some business with Samoa Joe, because they could kind of revert back to like on Twitter, or whatever, of the picture of the him pushing MJF when he was in WWE because he was a security guy.
But I thought they had a match previously. Didn't they have a match after he shoved him down the aisle
I
during that pay per view?
I don't recall,
Okay.
but
If it did
yeah,
happen, please comment down below because
yeah,
I feel like they did have a
yeah,
match afterwards. But if it did not happen, then yes, then this is like a story
yeah,
that's been waiting to be told. So
correct.
um, we're here at the end of our show. All I gotta say is I am going to Live Pro Wrestling. I'm hoping to be at the Live Pro Wrestling this Sunday, November 12th at the Warwick area. Should be a fun show since they couldn't do the Halloween stuff. For those who live in New England, SmackDown is coming to Providence December 8th. Get your ticket now wherever you can. And if you like to travel to Connecticut on Bridgeport, I believe it is, NXT Battleground will be in Connecticut for the pay per view December 9th. I will be attending those two shows, so it should be a fun wrestling weekend for me. Anything on your end you want to announce?
No, I'm looking forward for that SmackDown. I think I'm gonna end up going there. I think we talked about it earlier. I'm either going this weekend to Comic Con,
Yeah.
and I think I met Orange Cassidy, um, and I got an autograph, and I hadn't signed this. I think Rikishi was there, Scott Steiner, and Matt Hardy. I think Darby was supposed to be there, but I think he had a match
Mm.
Saturday, so I guess the flight couldn't make it. But it was a good mix. I wish there was more wrestlers coming through Comic Con. I know that past couple of years there was more older, newer wrestlers coming through, but it was a good amount. I
Well,
didn't see Britt Baker this year, like those because of Collision and stuff. Those
but talking about older and legends, I know that Trish Stratus is coming
true.
to the Crown Plaza
Mhm.
at Warwick in January, I believe is the event.
Yeah.
Or
It's coming up soon.
yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's in January.
Yeah.
It's for
Yeah.
2024. So you could definitely get a chance to meet Trish
Mhm.
in person, and maybe other legends too
I
for this.
think they doing some other ones. I think the big New York something. They have like Mandy Rose and some other people also coming.
Mandy
Yeah.
Rose. It would be nice to just give her
Yeah.
a high five. But yeah, so this is the end of our show. Thank you for sticking through. Please be sure to follow us on all of our social media platforms. It's called Providence Talk. I'm your boy Jay.
This is Luisito.
We say good night, buenas noches, and
Peace. See ya.
peace.